I looked it up. It looks like it's still in conference, but Senate Joint Resolution 43 would it essentially remake the Oklahoma's entire judicial branch. I don't know if it got heard. It's still maybe staying out there. So maybe if it doesn't get heard this week, it may be dead. But anyway, basically it would let the governor appoint huge swaths of our current judges, or it would effectively term out huge swaths of our current judges and let the governor replace them.
Wait, is any of this in the Constitution?
Well, yeah, here, let me pull up the language. So since it's a Senate joint resolution, that's what an SJR is, it would actually, I think, go to a vote of the people. So there would be like a stopgap here where we could, in theory, stop it. So it's a constitutional amendment. So it'd have to go to a vote of the people. But yeah, it looks like it got granted to conference committee. So it could still come back up. Yeah, sends to a vote of the people a proposed constitutional amendment regarding vacancies in judicial offices. So yeah, it's just wild to me that Stitt, after all of this BS, after how much he fights with the legislature, the tribes, all this stuff, it's like, yeah, that's who we should give the power to appoint a bunch of judges, is Kevin Stitt. I mean, it's so weird. I just don't even know why the legislature would hear something like this, like what they think is going to happen that would be beneficial for the state of Oklahoma. Oh, here's the actual law. Anyway, not an expert on this, but this is a huge shift in power to executive branch over the judicial branch.
This just remakes swaths of government.
Yeah, and gives most of the power to someone like Kevin Stitt. I mean, to the governor.
I don't understand. They can get away with doing this, but we can't.
Right? I mean, it's just the hypocrisy. They'll say the closest, we should push power back to the people, and then they'll just go and give huge amounts of power to the governor.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad because the second that we think about things maybe we should redesign elements of this government or that government because this doesn't work or that doesn't work, we get shatted on and called radicals. And what are they doing? Literally trying to remake an entire branch of the judicial system to where it is under the jurisdiction of a bunch of people who can just immediately change it. And that's where's the justice in that? He really was so mad about this Julius Jones shit that he decided to redesign the judicial branch of the government.
Yeah, I really can't figure out where. I mean, I would love somebody to tell me the backstory on where this even came from.
Bro. You know what? I'm calling it right now, Nicholas. I'm calling it right now. This man will introduce releasing term limits on the executive branch in his next term.
Right.
I'm calling it now. I'm just because this is something that they wanted to do with Donald Trump in the second term. This is something that they have wanted to do because they are going to try and make this man a king and consolidate as much power as he possibly can. This started with Mary Fallon and OMES and seeing how far they could go with a little bit of incrementalism. And this guy has just shoved the entire playbook in all of our faces. This is ridiculous.
All right, here's Tamaya with the knowledge. So it abolishes the Judicial Nominating Commission and takes away the role of the Oklahoma Bar Association for nominating folks. So it's purely a political thing because they think the Bar Association is a bunch of Democrats, I guess. So it's just trying to shift the power to Republicans. But, I don't know. I mean, it's just consolidating power with Stitt. I mean, ultimately is what that would do, giving him the nomination and the legislature, I guess, would give them more influence over it, even though I'm sure they pick a lot of the who's on these nominating commissions anyway. So it just gives them more direct control. Anyway, bad deal in a state where they're highly corrupt and doing a bunch of stuff they already shouldn't be. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.